Have you ever wondered, where did life begin? A question that has intrigued mankind for centuries, leading to numerous theories and hypotheses. One of the most influential of these is the primordial soup theory, a concept that takes us back to the early days of our planet. This theory was proposed in the 1920s by two brilliant minds, Alexander Oparin and J.B.S. Haldane. They suggested an idea that was revolutionary for its time. They proposed that life as we know it began in a primitive ocean, a rich chemical soup, if you will. This soup, they suggested, was teeming with organic compounds, the building blocks of life. The primordial soup wasn't something you'd want to dip your spoon into, though. It was a murky concoction filled with methane, ammonia, hydrogen, and water. This mix, under the influence of energy sources like sunlight or lightning, could have given rise to simple organic compounds, such as amino acids. These compounds in turn could have linked together to form more complex molecules, eventually leading to the first primitive life forms. Now you might be wondering, is there any evidence to back up this theory? Well, in the 1950s, Stanley Miller and Harold Urey set out to answer this question. They attempted to recreate the conditions of this primordial soup in a laboratory setting. Their experiment, known as the Miller-Urey experiment, demonstrated that it was indeed possible to produce amino acids, the building blocks of proteins, from simpler compounds when subjected to conditions similar to those believed to have existed on the early Earth. This experiment provided some of the first tangible evidence supporting the primordial soup theory, and it remains one of the cornerstones of our understanding of the origin of life. Yet, as with all scientific theories, it's not without its critics, and it has been refined and challenged over the decades. But the primordial soup theory, while compelling, is not the only theory about the origin of life. As we journey further into the past, we'll explore other theories that seek to unravel the mystery of life's beginnings, so stay tuned. What if life did not originate on Earth at all? Now, before you rush to dismiss this as science fiction, let's explore the panspermia theory. This theory proposes a fascinating idea. Life as we know it may have hitched a ride aboard meteorites or comets to land on our blue planet. So let's dive into the panspermia theory. The name itself comes from the Greek words pan, meaning all, and sperma, meaning seed. So in essence, panspermia suggests that life is a seed that is spread throughout the universe. This theory doesn't try to explain how life began, but it does offer a possible explanation for how life got to Earth. Think about it this way. Imagine our universe as a vast garden, and life in its most basic form as the seeds. These seeds, according to the panspermia theory, could have been scattered across the universe, carried by cosmic winds, hitching rides on comets, asteroids, or meteorites, and some of them, just maybe, found their way to Earth. Supporting this theory is the discovery of amino acids in meteorites. Amino acids are the building blocks of life. They are essential for the formation of proteins, which are vital for most life processes. The fact that these amino acids have been found in meteorites provides compelling evidence that the essential ingredients for life could be common throughout the universe. Adding to this, we've also discovered that certain microorganisms are incredibly resilient. Some of these little guys, known as extremophiles, can survive intense heat, freezing cold, and even the radiation-soaked vacuum of space. This resilience suggests that life, once formed, could survive the harsh conditions of a cosmic journey. However, like any good theory, panspermia has its share of unanswered questions. The most prominent among them is this: if life did indeed arrive on Earth from somewhere else in the cosmos, where did it originally form? How did that first spark of life come into being? Panspermia theory, while intriguing, still leaves us with the question, where did life originate in the universe? Could life have started deep in our oceans? This question leads us down to the abyss, to the fascinating world of hydrothermal vents, where life may have taken its first breath. Welcome to the hydrothermal vent theory. Imagine a world far removed from the sun's warmth and light, a world where the pressure is crushing, and the temperatures can fluctuate wildly in an instant. This is the realm of hydrothermal vents. Towering chimneys spewing out mineral-rich, scorching water from the Earth's core into the icy depths of the ocean. Here, in these extreme conditions, the hydrothermal vent theory suggests life may have begun. The theory itself is a fascinating one. It proposes that life originated not in gentle, sunlit pools, but in these harsh, undersea cauldrons. The vents, with their rich chemical cocktails, could have provided the necessary building blocks for life, while their extreme heat could have driven the chemical reactions needed to create the first primitive cells. And what lends credibility to this theory? The answer lies in the unique and diverse life forms that thrive around these vents today. In these seemingly inhospitable conditions, life flourishes in abundance. Giant tube worms, eyeless shrimp, and a plethora of other organisms thrive here, powered not by the sun's energy, but by the chemical energy from the vents. It's a phenomenon known as chemosynthesis, a stark contrast to the photosynthesis we're familiar with. These deep-sea communities serve as a testament to life's tenacity and adaptability. They show that life can and does thrive in environments far removed from our comfort zones. If life can exist here now, it's not a stretch to imagine that life could have started here billions of years ago. The hydrothermal vent theory is, of course, just one of many theories seeking to explain the origin of life. Each has its strengths, its weaknesses, and its unanswered questions. The hydrothermal vent theory gives us a fascinating perspective, yet the mystery of life's origin remains. Could the key to life's origin lie in a single molecule? Just as a seed grows into a towering tree, the RNA world hypothesis suggests that all life as we know it may have evolved from humble beginnings. In the grand tapestry of life, the RNA world hypothesis proposes that the first threads woven were those of RNA molecules. Unlike DNA, which is the blueprint of life in all modern organisms, RNA is the handyman, translating the genetic instructions into proteins that perform myriad tasks within our cells. But what if, in the primordial past, RNA was both the blueprint and the builder? The RNA world hypothesis makes this audacious assertion. It suggests that before life as we know it, there was an RNA world, a stage in the evolution of life where RNA molecules were capable of both carrying genetic information and catalyzing chemical reactions, a dual role that DNA and proteins share today. This hypothesis is not without its supporting evidence. Recent experiments have shown RNA's ability to self-replicate under certain conditions. A group of scientists managed to create RNA enzymes or ribozymes that can make copies of short pieces of RNA without any protein assistance. This discovery is significant because it demonstrates that RNA could have served as a precursor to life by self-replicating and evolving. Furthermore, the presence of RNA in all known life forms lends credence to the idea that RNA was present at the dawn of life. It's like finding the same antique in every home around the world, suggesting that they all share a common ancestor. However, it's important to remember that the RNA world hypothesis is just that, a hypothesis. While it presents a fascinating framework for understanding life's origin, it doesn't provide a complete picture. There are still many questions left unanswered, like how the first RNA molecules formed and how they transitioned into a DNA protein world. The RNA world hypothesis presents an intriguing possibility, but the search for life's origin continues. As scientists delve deeper into the mysteries of our existence, we can only hope to uncover more pieces of this cosmic puzzle. So where do we stand today on the question of life's origin? Well, we find ourselves in a fascinating and complex landscape. The origin of life, that momentous event that sparked the first flicker of life on our planet, remains an enigma wrapped in a mystery. Despite the various theories we've explored, none has been definitively proven. But that's not to say we're completely in the dark. Modern research has made considerable strides in understanding the possible scenarios that could have led to life's inception. The scientific community has largely moved away from the idea of a single silver bullet theory. Instead, most researchers now believe that it was likely a combination of these theories that led to the origin of life. Consider the primordial soup, the hydrothermal vents, and the panspermia theories. Each presents a plausible stage on which life could have made its first appearance. The primordial soup theory suggests that life began in a nutrient-rich pond or ocean, while the hydrothermal vent theory proposes that life arose in the hot, mineral-rich environment of deep-sea vents. The panspermia theory, on the other hand, suggests that life may have been delivered to Earth from outer space. Now throw in the RNA world hypothesis, which posits that RNA molecules could have been the first forms of life. This theory provides a potential bridge between non-living matter and the first living organisms. It's entirely possible that these theories are all pieces of a larger puzzle. Perhaps life began in a primordial soup, but with the help of RNA molecules that had been formed in hydrothermal vents. Or maybe life arrived on a comet from outer space and found a suitable home in the nutrient-rich waters of early Earth. The current state of research is like a vast jigsaw puzzle with pieces scattered across different theories. Each discovery adds a new piece to the puzzle, bringing us one step closer to the whole picture. The question of life's origin remains one of the greatest mysteries in science, a puzzle that we continue to piece together.
Subscribe to my channel.